Hello everybody, this is Armastis and you're watching Armastis Live. How are you doing this lovely late night, evening-ish? I guess it just depends where you're at, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. How are you doing? Are you doing well? Are you taking care of yourselves? Are you taking care of each other? You showing love to yourselves, to others, social distancing, wearing a mask still, doing the right thing. Don't litter, be kind, all of that good stuff. Before we jump in further into the news, just got to mention BetterHelp.com. Still, mental health, super important. You know it's important to me. Important. I hope it's important to you. Nothing to be ashamed of. Have links to BetterHelp.com. Not a sponsor, but go check them out. Get the tools you need to help yourself in all mental health issues, whatever it might be. Go check them out. Reach out to loved ones. Also, my email is armastislife@gmail.com. Feel free to email me about anything, whatever it may be. I keep everything confidential unless you otherwise tell me like it's okay, or if I ask you, etc., etc., etc. Please like, subscribe, and yeah. So today it's Sunday. We're gonna go into the news. We got quite a bit more Opus XIII spoilers coming at you. So, see, it's delayed, of course, as we mentioned in the last news, and it'll be coming out next month in April. So we'll jump into that. We're going to take a little promo and just a few other announcements. And I think that's it. Oh, and then, of course, how can I forget? Most importantly, thank you to all of you because you all are so amazing. And we've got some more stuff coming in the mail to give away to you all. And so, as I mentioned before, after we reach the number 100 and we surpass that, we're going to start doing giveaways a little more often. And hopefully they'll start increasing more over time, right? Especially if we reach the 500 mark and then the 1,000 and then the million and then the quadrillion. When we get there, though, when we get there. But, you know, to start off one step at a time, we will be doing still some other giveaways here and there in case you didn't win the giveaway from the 100 subscriber mark. Congratulations again to Thomas Clark. Please reach out to me on that. We'll mention that again at the end of the video. And I think that is it. I just want to keep talking to you all. I just love you all so much. Seriously, I appreciate everything. All right, that's enough. Let's jump into the news, shall we? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I guess we're going to get right to it because we've got quite a bit of spoilers that came out in just a matter of week. So in no particular order, we're just going to go with it. So let's see what we've got to start off. We're going to start off with Jake here. So Jake is a rare. When Jake enters the field, choose one active forward controls. Opponent controls, deal at 3,000 damage for each CP of a different element you paid to cast Jake. So, speaking a little bit on this, we're starting to see, especially I know with multi-element cards coming out and more multi-element decks coming out, we're seeing these multi-element type of, or different element type of, I guess, support that comes out. I mean, I know it's existed for a while, but it's nice to see that we're getting more cards like that, is all I'm saying. And so we got Jake here, a marksman. He looks really cool. And just so you know, I don't really read these before I do this with you all, because I kind of want to just give my thoughts on the spur of the moment. So this is my first time reading it, and dealing a forward for 3,000 damage for each CP of a different element you pay to cast Jake. That's not bad. I mean, at the very least, it's going to be 3,000, right? And then at the most, I mean, at the most, I guess you can get like, you know, if you have 3 on the field, you're going to be able to do 9,000. It is a rare. I like this, you know, and maybe perhaps on average, we're going to see 6,000 damage on average with a card like Jake. I like it. It's not bad. I think it's a pretty good card. All right. Well, so yeah, let me know. Oh yeah, and as we go through all these, what I want to know too in the comments is what you all think of each of these cards. Please share with one another. Talk about it. I want to know what you all have to say. Believe it or not, I do read all of your comments, and I do try to respond to most of them. Also, speaking on that, if I do miss yours. It's not that I'm ignoring you. I perhaps maybe just didn't see it or whatever it might be, but know that I am reading all your comments because I appreciate every single one of you. So there's Jake, Opus 13. Let me know what you all think about that one. Moving on here from a really cool looking card. I really like the way this card looks, and it's a type O card, which is fantastic. Yesterday when I was playing with my friend Ari, she made a type O build and beat the crap out of me with it. It was amazing. It was super phenomenal. So we have Suzuki here, warrior, 7k, okay, costs 3, water, fire. If a forward you control is dealt damage by your opponent's abilities, the damage becomes 0 instead. Well, that's not bad. Okay. If a water forward you control is dealt damage, reduce the damage by 2,000 instead. Oh, well, that's not bad either. Okay, I like this. Yeah, so some extra protection all around. You know, type 0 has some, flows really well. Has some really great synergy. That's the word I was looking for. Not fluidity. Fluidity? Fluidity? Fluidity. Fluidity. Yeah. Synergy, though. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, so it's nice to see that we're going to get more type 0 support in Opus 13. I am excited. I've been wanting to make a type 0 build. I wanted to do a deck profile once on it before, but maybe with Opus 13 coming out, we'll be seeing some more support and we can do a deck profile on that eventually. Yeah, that's not bad. The art's amazing. I love the art for Suzuki. Okay, moving on here, we've got a Zemus. He looks like one of the guardians of the Green Lantern Corps, you know? Anyway, you all know what I'm talking about. Any of you are Green Lantern fans out there? So yeah, it looks a little bit like that to me. So yeah, that's weird. Looks like we just crashed on our music. Let's get that started again. Anyway, so Zemus here is a Lunarian. Weird. What's a Lunarian? Okay. Not sure what that is. Let me know if you know what Lunarian is. I must have missed that. Oh, it is from the Pictologica 4? I don't think I ever played any of those. Anyway, enough of that. So I'm just tripping out with how Zemus looks here. So it's a backup. Cost 4. When Zemus enters the field, choose one forward in your break zone. Add it to your hand. Well, that's nice. Okay. So just any forward. Wow. I like that. And it's a common. Okay. Damage 3. When Zemus enters the field, choose one backup in your break zone and add it to your hand. Wow. Wow. This is not a bad card, especially if you're playing a more control, slower type of lightning build. I can see, or even a mid-range type of build, I can see, you know, at that point, you'll probably on average be taking 3 points of damage, and then you're going to, at least, at the very least, getting a forward, but then being able to get a forward and a backup. This is like Kuseth, I mean, minus the experts, but like better almost. Well, maybe not better, because I guess it does depend, but I do really like this card a lot. Huh. All right, all right. So Zemus there, looking all crazy like. Okay. Anyway, we got March. Oh no, not March. Marach. Maroc. Look at the hairdo on that guy there. So okay, another Pictologica FFT card. A Netherseer, 8k forward for common. When is it Maroc? I think it's Maroc, right? Enters the field, your opponent selects one forward they control. Deal 4,000 damage to all the other forwards opponent controls. Nice. Deal 4,000 damage to all the other forwards opponent controls. Okay. Huh. When marching this field, the opponent selects one forward they control. Deal 4,000 damage to all the other forwards. Okay, so I guess they're gonna end up protecting one forward, but everything else is gonna get wiped away. Huh, I don't know how I think about this card. It'll be interesting to see what you could combo this in. What do you all think about this? Any ideas? What kind of build you throw this into? I mean, you know, obviously if you're doing some sort of FFT support. Okay, so we've got Maroc here. Not a bad card. Okay, not a bad card. Moving on. We've got a monster. Oil Boil. It's like, oh, boil. Do you all remember? Oh, Boil Rules. If you know what that's from, let me know in the comments. Come on. I know some of you know what that is. So, Boil. It was a category 8 monster 7k, so it's a forward. Multiplier is typical as a forwards. Cost 1. Okay. I'm just gonna call him O'Boyle. When O'Boyle enters the field, you draw 1 card, then discard 1 card from your hand. Okay, so some recycling there. Damage 3. O'Boyle also becomes a forward with 7k power at 3 damage. Interesting. So I'm confused, and let me know. Actually, no, maybe I'm not confused, because I think I'm correct on this. And again, please correct me. And also, granted, I'm not always going to get these things right? I'm still learning. I'm still learning and growing, just like you all. Well, you know, some of you are professionals out there. But for those of you who are much more pro out there and way more knowledge on the technical side of how how the gameplay works, please feel free to always correct me. But from my understanding, from the way I'm reading this and understand this, that this monster is not a forward when cast immediately. It has to first achieve the damage 3 condition, and then it becomes a forward. So in that case, it's basically just you're gonna play it, draw 1 card, and then discard a card. But at the point that you do take 3 damage, it's gonna be a forward. Okay. Okay. We'll see. I'm really hoping that Opus 13 has some like really cool monster support, something to incentivize more monster play coming out. So I don't know. We'll see. But we'll get like a monster legend. How cool would that be? Okay, so we got Lunath here, and I think we've covered Lunath before, and if we have, forgive me. I try to vet the cards we've covered before, so I'm not repeating myself, but sometimes one sneaks in there. Yeah. So we got Lunath here. It's cute. Warrior of Light, backup, as if we need more Warrior of Light support. But you know what? I love the Warrior of Light stuff. I think it's cool anyway. Especially like the Rainbow Warrior of Light build that exists out there. Super awesome. Category 3, backup. Cost 2. Pay 1, dull. Choose 1 job standard unit forward. Okay, that's nice support there. Or job Warrior of Light forward you control. Okay, until the end of the turn, it gains plus 1,000 power and haste. You can only use this ability during your turn. So I kind of like this. It's kind of just like constant, stays on the field, because as we all know, backups aren't really easily taken out as normal. Though I would love to see more like backup destruction support. I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure we'll see some more in the future. But anyway, it's pretty much going to stay on the field, almost guaranteed. And that's nice. So your standard units or Warrior of Lights, which will probably be the more popular builds out there, it looks like you're going to be able to get the added buff of plus 1,000 in haste. Okay, not bad. I can see that. I can see this card being played. Okay, I like it. Cost 2. All right, moving on here. We've got Rain. I'm only happy when it rains. So King, FFBE forward 7k. The cost required to cast Rain is reduced by 1 for each fire backup you control. Well, we all like running fire builds anyway. Okay, so I can see this definitely easily getting deducted. And notice here how it doesn't say. Well, I guess I just saw the cost of 6. I was about to say, notice how it says it can't be 0, but the max you can have backups is 5, so it's going to be 1 at the very least. Okay, imagine if we ever get a card that says play as many backups as you want. How nuts would that be? Okay, anyway, so when Rain enters the field or attacks, choose 1 forward opponent controls, deal it 1,000 damage for each backup you control. Okay, damage 3, Rain gains haste. The hero card. Yeah, I could see this pairing with like builds that are managed to get backups out there quickly in the field. Off the top of my head, the only thing I can think of is like Shadow. Right, I know there's like that Shadow Interceptor combo, which I really like, and I love that Shadow. I like both those cards, but I do like Shadow being able to just like quickly getting backups on the field. And it is fire. They're both fire, so okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. Let me know. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on like what this could combo well with. What other kind of like cards can like quickly get backups out onto the field? Huh. Okay. Well, I guess we'll see. Is a hero card. Okay. Obviously, I'm missing something. Anyway, moving on to the next one. We've got Sakura or Sakura. I'm thinking immediately of Naruto. So we got Sakura here. She looks cool. I like it. I love the hair there. FFBE, Sage, backup, cost 4. You can only pay with lightning CP to cast Sakura. Okay, so there's a restriction there. When Sakura enters the field, choose one forward of cost 4 or less opponent controls. Break it. That's probably why. That is not a bad card. So it says you can only pay with lightning CP to cast Sakura. I'm curious though if you could search from deck and then play immediately to field, or from break zone to field, you still get the ability. Is it still possible to play it? I'm honestly not sure. Let me know the rules on that in the comments, please. But it looks like the cool thing, I do like this card a lot actually, especially in the lightning build. I mean, just immediately destroying a forward of cost 4 or less opponent controls. It's nice. I like it. I really like it. Okay, not a bad rare. Huh. All right, moving on here to one of the more beautiful looking cards here. Love the art of this. I hope there's a full art version of this card. So it's a backup Sears Luca. Her name is Luca here. Some more FFBE support. So it looks like we're getting a lot of FFBE stuff. So the category FFBE forwards you control gain plus 1000 power. Okay. So obviously it's going to go well into an FFBE type of deck. I like these backups that just have this automatic like plus 1000 kind of like abilities in them. Like Maria. I really like Maria a lot. So yeah, that's not bad. Okay. Well, moving on, we get Olivia. Beautiful card. I think this is our last card from our Opus XIII Spoilers. It's just so beautiful. So what does Olivia do? A backup. She's a princess. FFT. Awesome. A lot of backups. It's a legend, by the way. I just noticed that. Amazing. Okay, now I'm really excited to read this. So when a category FFT forward you control is put from the field into the break zone, you draw one card. Okay. Not bad. And that's not only... Oh, it is only once. This effect will trigger only once per turn. It's typical. That's typical, unfortunately. But it is typical. Okay, that makes sense. So then the Aegis special is dull. Choose one forward you control. Until the end of the turn, it gains haste. And when this forward is put from the field in the break zone, play this forward from the break zone onto the field dull. Oh, that's why it's a legend. So you're definitely going to want to play a few Olivias, and it is only costs 3. I really like Olivia. Fantastic card. I hope we get a full art version of it because it is beautiful. Moving on to April's promo here. Oh, this looks so amazing. We're going to get Zelera in a full art form. Before we talk about this any further, Square Enix, what do we do for those of us who are staying home, or those of us who don't have locals nearby, to get access to these promos? Please, Square, give us an answer. I have missed out of January's, February's, and March's promo, and I may miss out on this promo myself, and I know I'm not the only one. There's a lot of us, so please help. And for those of you in the community who know how to get your hands on these, please help us. So anyway, if you can get a Zelera, if you are one of those fortunate enough to, this is it. It is a card, of course, from Opus 9. It is a full art card. The card looks fantastic. Fantastic. Very popular summon. Cost 1. Choose one dull forward of cost 2, 3, 5, or 7, and break it. It is just almost a standard card you put in an ice build. Beautiful looking card. Fantastic card. If you know how to get your hands on it, please let us know. Let the community know. So that's our April promo. Moving on to miscellaneous news here. There is going to be no videos. I'm not going to be doing any videos on the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. So if you don't see anything pop up, it's not that I'm ignoring you all. No. Or that I've given up or quit. Not what I'm doing. As I mentioned before, I'm going to be undergoing surgery. Don't worry. It's not, a life-threatening thing or anything. So just to let you know, I'm just going to be out for a few days. I'm going to be all drugged up. I won't be lucid enough, I don't think, to even do one of these videos. I mean, I'm already stumbling over myself in a more lucid manner. Could you imagine me on drugs? Unless, I don't know, maybe I become like a super genius. But we're not going to test that. Also, kids, don't do drugs outside of what the doctor recommends. So, so there's not going to be any videos on March 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. But we should be back on time for that Sunday. Tomorrow, I still intend on playing Final Fantasy XIV, which some of you are really liking. And I have a genius idea that I am going to announce later that I am super excited about. I hope you all are excited about on integrating with my gameplay whenever I do play Final Fantasy games. And just so you know, when we reach that point, when we get to the end of Final Fantasy XIV, because we're just going to play the story. I mean, we may jump in every once in a while, but when we get to that, I mean, back in after the story, but when we get to the point where we're done, I do want to actually kind of play through all the Final Fantasy games. Yeah, you heard me. I want to play through them all, and I want to share that experience with you all, you wonderful community. And again, this channel is mostly focused on the TCG, but I want to integrate, again, some TCG stuff and also some, like, kind of mental health stuff with it as well. And I have a really good idea that hit me today. I got super inspired, and I'm super excited. So I need to do more research. I need to just finalize some things. I need to make sure I do things correctly, safely, legally. It's like, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? No, it's not that bad. But I have some ideas, and I'm pretty excited. And I think post druggy surgery, Armastis, we should maybe like in a week or two. So we'll probably just have some normal like gameplay as normal, but like in a week or two, like 3 the latest, I hope that we can start implementing some of these ideas. So I'm excited. So please remember to like, subscribe, and follow. Of course, the gameplay will be on the YouTube channel and on the Twitch channel. Also follow me on Instagram. I know more and more of you are following Instagram. That you all are super awesome. And forgive me if I ignore some of you on the Facebooks and Twitters and the Instagrams. I'm not a social media person, and I forget to check. And so I'm not ignoring you. I'm gonna try to do better to check. So yeah, but follow me on those other ones if you can. There are some announcements I do there as well. And so yeah, that's that announcement. And no, my doctor is not sick. At least I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe. I guess I'll find out when I show up. All right. And so last final announcement I wanted to touch on here is, of course, so March 18th. Okay, first off, Thomas Clark, if you do watch this, remember, you won. So you won the 100 subscriber giveaway, okay? Which is, in fact, I put you on a card here, actually. So Thomas Clark, you are job winner. And if card name Thomas Clark emails Armastis sends 1 Shadowbringer starter set and 1 Opus 13 pre-release kit upon the North American release, barring any more delays to you. Okay. Let's see. Email. So the ability here, email Armastis or armastislife@gmail.com by March 17th, 2021. So in just a few days. With your name and mailing address to claim your prize. I do not share your email. I do not share your address. None of that stuff. So don't worry about it. It won't go to anybody. None of that. And I will not be saving it. No. I will not do that. So it is just to send you your prize. So please reach out to me. Otherwise, March 18th, which is Thursday, I'm going to do another redraw. And I know I'll still be lucid out of it somewhat, but I should be lucid enough to be able to at least announce on, I think what I'll do here, what will I announce it so that you all know? Because I want to give a fair chance. I'll tell you what, whoever is the winner, I will so when you do start a YouTube channel, right, you do like have an automatic like channel of your own, if you will, that YouTube does start. So I'm going to go to your discussion board on your name, and I will say, hey, you are the winner, like I did for Thomas Clark. So I will do that if you are the new winner, if Thomas doesn't get his prize by then, his or prize by then. And so please just keep an eye out for that. And of course, I'll announce it again on next Sunday as well, a week from Sunday. And then Tuesday, I think I may also just do a box opening. We're now from that series of 12 to 1. We'll be on Opus 5 next. So yeah, I think that's what we'll end up. We might do something on Tuesday, but we'll see. Other than that, that's really it, ladies and gentlemen. So, hey, thank you again for watching, for liking, subscribing, for everything, the donations, all the things you all have been contributing and continue to. I reinvest it all back into you all as well. Just so you know that, into this community, into this work. It takes a lot of time and a lot of effort. And so seeing the support from every single one of you is super awesome. You all are amazing. I admire and appreciate and love every single one of you. So thank you very much again for everything. And that's it. So until next time, remember, you're all wonderful, you're all beautiful, and you're all loved. Until next time, bye-bye.